Pennsylvania is home to one of the largest and most diversified economies in the United States. From construction and manufacturing jobs to employment in the healthcare service and transportation industries, Pennsylvanians work hard every single day. And with that hard work comes injuries. Thousands of central Pennsylvanians suffer work-related injuries every year, and claims for wage loss and medical benefits because of those injuries are governed by laws and procedures outlined by Pennsylvania's workers' compensation system. For an injured worker, that system is often confusing to navigate, to say the least. So, here to help us break everything down and understand it all is Anthony Georgelis, an attorney with Georgelis Injury Law Firm. So, Tony, what advice, generally speaking, can you offer employees who are hurt on the job? What's the first step?
Well, in Pennsylvania, once a work injury occurs, there are a number of obligations that are triggered on behalf of both the employer and the employee.
Okay.
The reality of the situation, however, is that the parties are not on equal footing as far as knowing what, when, and how to do things. For instance, most employers have individuals on their payroll who are schooled in handling workers' compensation claims in their best interest and for their ultimate benefit, not the employees.
Right.
Conversely, most employees who are injured on the job have never been through the process before, so they have no idea where to turn for advice and direction. Consequently, the best thing someone can do if they get hurt on the job, after making a report to the employer, of course, is to immediately contact an attorney. Having a good lawyer involved at the outset of a claim can be critical to the financial benefits and medical treatment the injured worker needs and receives, as well as to their job security.
Well, okay, I want to talk about both of the things you just said, because we're talking about job security, which is something that I think scares a lot of people when you're talking about an injury at work. I'm sure they might even be scared to tell their employer that it happened at work, but there's no way that an employer can actually retaliate against an injured worker, is there? I mean, legally, they're not allowed to do that.
You're correct.
Okay.
It is unlawful for an employer to discriminate against, penalize, or terminate an employee solely for sustaining a compensable work injury or getting a lawyer.
Okay.
Now, in reality, does that happen? Of course it does.
Yeah.
That's why it is really, really important for someone who's hurt on the job to get an attorney involved early, not only to keep an eye on the employer, but also to provide valuable advice and guidance early on in the process.
Sure.
Many times the ultimate likelihood of success of a claim is dependent upon several key decisions made early on in the process. If you have a good, trustworthy lawyer by your side when making those decisions, it can make all the difference in the world.
All right, but let me ask you this, though, because I'm already worried. I hurt myself. I'm already worried that I'm going to be losing money, because typically you don't get all of your money or your salary in workers' comp. I mean, hiring an attorney, then it's more costs. Like, what do you say to somebody who's like, I don't know if I can even afford an attorney right now? Yeah,
you know, that's a great question, and the answer is very simple. Is we do not charge anything for consultations and evaluations of workers' compensation claims. Okay. So we will take all the time that an injured worker needs, answering all their questions, explaining the process, giving them advice, so that they know what to expect. Then they can be fully informed when they make a decision about if, when, and how to get us involved. Okay. There also are a couple things people should know about that situation, because that is a very legitimate concern. People get hurt. Like you said, they may not want to make a report to the employer. Right. They're concerned about losing their job. Workers' comp pays typically 2/3 of the average weekly wage. Depending upon the posture of a claim, workers' compensation benefits can actually survive termination. And what I mean by that is, again, going back to if you have the right legal counseling and guidance early on, many times, even if an injured worker is ultimately let go by the employer, they can still be eligible to pursue and receive benefits through the system. It's all about proper posturing and guidance, and again, that goes back to getting somebody involved early on in the process.
As soon as possible,
yes,
call an attorney.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You can find the Georgelis Injury Law Firm online. You can also give them a call at 1-800-HURT-NOW. We also have an area set up on our website to help you reach them or to ask them any questions you may have. You can find that number at the top of our site under Morning News and then call Georgelis first. Tony, thank you again. We appreciate your time as always. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Really great advice. So thanks.
Thank you.
We'll be back.